legal trouble whatsoever. We have seen it many, many times before. But if you take that out of it and you just look at what actually happened, if he did this, again, we don't know, it's alleged right now, but the father, if the father doesn't come out and say, I'm the best father, I know how to raise my boys, these boys have everything they need, they are well brought up, they are going to be successful, I know how, that's the issue I have with it.
In fact, I like to think I know. I had two wonderful parents.
They never went on national television.
Okay, but they weren't asked to. But they weren't asked to. But this is, you can be a wonderful parent and still have your teen be a dope. Like the kid was a dope. Can I, real quick before we move on, about Chris Carter not only not stealing, we are walking on Ohio State's campus. Some stranger walks up to Chris, says to him, I don't know if you remember me. Wow. We were playing in the rec center, basketball, however many years ago. Yes, I won't age you on this. The guy had taken his his pants off, the shorts underneath it, sweats off. He had his rent money wadded up, all his money to pay rent. It had fallen out. Chris found it, found out whose it was, cash, not a check, brought it back to him. And the guy said, if you hadn't done that, I'd have been thrown out. It was a whole thing that meant something to him. So Chris evidently not only stealing from people, being good Samaritan out, giving stuff away. It was a really cool moment.
Well, that's one thing that sports has taught me and my coaches. I didn't have a father in my life. But my coaches told me one of the worst crimes you commit is stealing, and then especially stealing from a teammate, which they didn't do. So for me, sports has just helped me learn so many lessons in life. It's not on the parenting. Sometimes these kids do crazy things.
All right, back to the NBA now. So as it turns out, the Cavs are actually pretty good when they actually try to play basketball. LeBron James and company with a 124-119 win over the Bucks last night. LeBron James had a casual 30 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, while Kevin Love chipping in 32 as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 40 points in the losing effort. Say that. Nick, does last night prove the Cavs are just going to be fine?
Last night doesn't prove it. The defense was still not good. Giannis still got whatever he wanted. The Bucks on the game still made 13 three-pointers. Like, that's better than the 17 they'd been giving up against some bad teams. Right. But 13 is not great. The difference last night was the Cavs came out engaged in the first quarter. They've played 11 times this year. 4 times they have not been trailing after the first quarter. Those 4 times, the 4 games they cared about. The 2 against Milwaukee, the 1 against Boston, the 1 against Washington. Like, period, point blank. The Cavs, the defensive woes are not fixed. The fact that they don't have a point guard until Isaiah Thomas comes back is not fixed. But when they are locked in, they are purely better than everyone in the East, even if they're only kind of locked in, because they have LeBron James, who had, like you said, a casual 38 and 9.
And also, Jenna, they're going to benefit, because the NBA looked at before the season with the commissioner going to a different seeding process where the East and the West would be combined, and they would be combined 1 through 16 compared to the East and the West. Now, the Cavs are benefiting from that, because if it was different, then they would have more problems, especially in the earlier rounds. But there is not a team in the East that can beat LeBron 4 times. Kevin Love talked about it last night after the game, that not only have they been behind from a communication standpoint, but LeBron got hurt the second day. So
training camp.
Training camp. So his inability to be on the court with these new players, and LeBron leads this team. And LeBron is a basketball savant. So him not being able to communicate with these other players has affected them coming together. But I expect them to come together, and I expect them to win the East.
But no, you were right. LeBron needs help from at least one other player. You know, it doesn't have to be everyone else on that starting lineup.
Last night, LeBron had 9 assists. It lowered his average for the season. He shot 50% from the field. It lowered his average of the season. He went 38 and 9 on 50% shooting, and it hurt his season stats. That's the level the greatest player ever is playing at.
All right, time now for another great player. That guy, Hall of Fame hands. Chris, take a...
Without these hands, I don't know what I'd do.
Push yourself, ready?
This is Jacob Warren of Farragut High in Ohio and the University of Tennessee. Commit with the snag.
University of Tennessee got a winner there. Big guy. Oh, my God. Look at the violent snap. Man, these kids are getting out of control with this one hand. Get off of me, son. He's going to be playing some ball for the Vols.
Can you concede he couldn't have made that with 2 hands?
No, he
had to go one hand.
No, these kids are out of control with the one hand. He can get it with two.
6'6" tight end, this guy.
Oh, nice. Oh, no, I like, we're going to put some weight on him. He's going to be a flex tight end. We're not going to put him on the end of the line of scrimmage, Jenna. We're going to flex him out, so he's going to be a flex between a wide receiver and a tight end. Body frame, hips not big enough, shoulders not big enough, so he's going to be a
two hands. He got here with one.
Hey,
how's he going to...
Be careful.
I can't do it.
Be careful.
I'm going to hurt myself.
Yeah, you actually do have a longer reach. Catch radius with one hand than you do with two.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, but I prefer you get two up on it. All right, you can go higher with one though.
So if you want to go on with two, you know where
Coming
that ball
up,
is
have
going?
the Giants already decided to replace Eli in the upcoming draft? What? That is next on First Things First.
One hand like this.